What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another reverse 1999 video. Today we are on day 55 of the free-to-play journey, and I wanted to take this video to talk about some of the mistakes that I feel like I made now that we're on our fourth account, give or take, for the game. One of them is a day one kind of pay to play, buying the battle passes. Another one was a day one that was just accumulating all of the resources, not spending anything on summons. And then I P5'd a who was it, 6? I P5'd 6 and I P5'd a 37. Those were the two that I P5'd with all the resources, and we got a bunch of other 6 stars and stuff like that as well. And then we have this account and another one that I went ahead and P5'd a Voyager when her banner came out. And through all of the accounts, I would feel actually the best process or the best progress has been on this account, believe it or not, because we have taken all of that information and put it into a compilation of all of the resources and information that you guys have provided as well, with all of your experiences as well, and my mistakes that I have made over the way. So I just wanted to go in and talk about a few things that I feel like is very important. If you're a new player or a veteran player, free to play, this is geared towards free to play. Obviously, whenever it's pay to win, then you have resources at your disposal, whether it comes from the battle passes or just buying them in general with different packs and stuff. So this is geared towards free to play players. The first thing that I would say is that I spread my resources too thin in the very beginning. And we didn't spread it too thin in a way to where it like dampened our progress. But I could say right now, without a doubt, if I spent stamina more wisely, I would have at least minimum another I3 already like a week ago, and then be very close to getting a 5th I3 already with probably resonant 8s and 9s across the board. Now, the problem is that the last event that was out, which was 1.4, I didn't clear the shop out. And a lot of you guys were saying, go clear it out. And I told you that I was going to stick to my guns and try it in the method that I was trying to do, where I just picked and choose the things that I wanted to get out of the shop, and then I moved on from it. That was a mistake. When it comes to shops for events, 100% clear them out. I'm standing by that forever and ever right now, till the end of days, unless shops just become ridiculous in events and they're no good anymore. But the number one thing is we didn't clear the event shops out when we should have, and those resources would have allowed us to progress our account a little bit further than where we are at. We are still in a good spot. We are pretty much resonant 6 and 7 across the board for all the characters. We do have an 8, a 9, and a 10. But our Melania is probably 1 or 2 days away from getting I3. We already got all of these right here. We just have to get the birds. I did get lucky when I was farming these. The same stage has a chance of dropping the Murmur of Insanity, and we did pick up 2 of those in basically the grinding session that we did for that. But the birds is what we are going for next. This one right here, to craft them, is a pretty big stack of materials. I haven't tested this out to see actually, how much we get per run of this, if it's better to run for these or if it's better to just run directly for the birds. We're going to try that out tomorrow or tonight once we get the resources. Where are we at? We are building the Murmur of Insanity. That's where we are. So the stage that allows us to get the birds is going to be these right here. On 5-8, we've already got it, so we can go ahead and clear that. These are the other two. These are the other items that we will get from here, which we already have a good amount of both of those and a couple of these lined up. The other stage that we will be able to run, I wish there was a way that it would just go directly back to this menu. I thought they said that they were going to do that. Maybe I just clicked the wrong button. Let's go ahead and check real quick. Crafting, we're going here to the Murmur of Insanity. All right, click on the birds and get up in here. So the next one is going to be 411, which drops the bird, bones, and the broom. Decent items as well. These are good to have. You use these in a lot of different synergies. So already off the bat, I feel like this is the better route to go. Yep, going back again. Okay, we're going one more time. I'm not going to go to all of them. The first one is definitely not a good one to go because I think it only drops one more item, but we'll check the other one just to be precise with it. So that way we're all on the same page of kind of what I'm talking about. So 3-9 is the other one. 2-6 is definitely a no-go for me. It doesn't drop any other like resourceful items. This is also another one that drops those silver, which silver is used a lot. Excuse me. The only thing with silver right now is that if you go over here to the shop, we have a chance of getting infinite silver down here. We also have a chance of getting infinite of the freaking bifurcated skeletons as well. These resources and stuff like that here, we want to clear all those out, and the Spell of Fortune, which we only get 20 of them from there, so not too much. Just if we grab these right now, let's see where we are at in terms of actually building enough for our Melania, and then it'll put us into a mindset of how much we need to go. So here we can craft 2 of them. With the resources that we have available, we can craft 2, which means we are down to only needing 9 more birds. So we need 9 more birds to go, which I would say if you get 1 to 2 every, full stack of stamina on it, which is going to be what? Let's go ahead and check. I think I'm going to go for 411. I feel like that one's the best bet for what I was looking at. So we got 72, which means we'll be able to do this about 4 times in a 24-hour period, which means minimum we can get 4, maximum we can get 8. If we get super lucky, we may get 3 in one run, but I doubt it. It hasn't happened for me before. If it has for you guys, then amazing, but for me it has not. So we should be looking at getting Melania to I3 in about 2 days time. She should be I3 in 2 days time because we have everything else ready to go. We have the Sharp Dotney, we have the apples, we just need the Murmur of Insanity, and we have the books already. So the next thing going into that regarding the wilderness is that I didn't max out the wilderness as fast as possible. That's another thing, is that I took my time doing this, and I still need to go back and get those last couple of stages because we beat the 4 and 5 already, chapters 4 and 5 already. So it gave us an extra bonus on each of them. I did like 2 or 3 of them, but we need to knock those out. The next thing is progress your wilderness as fast as possible, build it up as fast as possible, get the maximum income on a daily basis from here. It does help out over time. I know at the beginning, you may feel like you're wasting stamina on something you're not seeing an initial progress on, like a character, their items and stuff like that, or their Psy Cube, whatever it is. But trust me, it is a big resource deal. Whenever you accumulate it over time, it makes a huge difference. Now, next up, when it comes to a mistake, and it's not so much a mistake, I think I have reiterated this enough so you guys know that I'm not telling y'all to do this, but knocking out those extra 10 pulls on banners just to like test it out and see if we lose a 50-50 or gain a second copy and everything like that as a free-to-play, it's silly. Don't do that. Don't follow suit on what I was doing on just doing random 10 pulls and stuff like that, because however we did pull a Melania and get lucky, if you got unlucky, you could just get a character that is just not good for your account. Kind of like in the position we're in right now, we grabbed the Jessica and we don't have anything to fully synergize with her. She's just a 6-star that's going to be sitting there. But we are in a position to win the 50-50 now. So whatever the next character comes out, we will guarantee them. And I think because I did 20 or 30 pulls on the Spathadia banner, I think we're about 40 or 50 summons away from the guarantee, which we're not going to be utilizing until after Jew anyways, but that kind of puts our Via in a position to be grabbed instantly, because we're going to be skipping Isolde. We could grab a Marcus as well and replace Marcus for our plant DPS, which would be a good thing. After we get Jew, we're kind of just open. I will be honest, if you guys haven't already checked out the extreme talent for Windsong, she is cracked. And P0 is fine for her. P3 is like the spot for like light spenders and stuff to go through. You don't really need to go any further than that. But P0 is nice for her. And the way that she works, we will be grabbing a Via, so we may have to save up after GU completely to grab the Via and the Windsong. That's kind of another position that we're sitting in. But yeah, those are the things that I wanted to kind of go over in this. Less of a progress report on the actual account itself, because, you know, there's not too much increase. We're not able to beat those trash cans. They're slapping our trash bags, whatever they are. They're slapping my brains. I just don't have the damage output yet. We die too quick. Or if I'm just doing like a sustain team, then we take too long to knock them out. We're not getting any points from it. It's not worth it. Other than that, yeah, I would say focus on, you know, 5 to 6 champions fully. Don't spend on a Pavia for a home screen. You know, don't, you know, spend on different characters just to get their numbers set up to where you barely use them at all, like I did with a couple of these people here. But yeah, other than that, if you guys have any questions or like have any other different thoughts of methods that you would recommend as well, please let me know in the comments as always, and I'll see y'all in the next video.